this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Auburn's offense will come out first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class and this next cycle.
Makes the catch. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Pulls it and fires to the left. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Release by the QB. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force the negative play.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup, but the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And into the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Parker. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Hill. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to...
He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Tiger. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. And so the quarterback takes one for the team on the roughing the passer penalty, and it'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That's reeled in. It's Green. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Surging forward on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he got loose. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to his 27. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 2 to Syracuse. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll try the run. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good.
There he goes. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Zings it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Plows through the defense. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense has it. They're on the move. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
And the Tigers with a big opportunity to take this sudden change and make it sudden points. Runs for the tackle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like? Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. You talk about being handed a chance on a silver platter. First and goal from the 3. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. The 40. The 30. The 10. Touchdown LSU. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not... be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Intercepted, the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a first and goal after the pick. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work.
He's trying to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Auburn offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Davidson.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
This feels like 4 down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Hill. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
They're working that left side, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. He fires to the left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. From from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback can go in the other direction.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Taylor wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Get it out on the screen. Quick step and go. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
So here comes the Auburn offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go.
Going for the big play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback running on the draw. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Finds his tight end. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense starts deep in a hole. Going right to work up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And now on second down for this offense.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet.
Turning it on. Finds us back in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's picked off. That's number 10.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Got a man. It's Davidson. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
On the direct snap, it's Thompson. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Wants to go up top. He spins that thing down the middle. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
Touchdown, Auburn! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Makes the quick grab. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And talk about spreading the getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other stuff.
Finds his man down the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they did. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're...
He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out in they turned it over on downs, Jesse?
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Makes the grab on the left. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. The Tigers have a lot of options on second and inches. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Going to swing it on second down. Might be looking to run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Off-play action on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. Turns it on in midfield. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Complete in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They're down to the 32-yard line on first and 10. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Rushes on him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make it...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good from 58 yards out.
That That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. He'll start this drive firing. Here's a throw downfield late. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. The corners are walked up tight. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Rides the back on the option to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's a heat. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of run. This time as he did on the previous play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Taylor wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.